so much.
I know, you never really get used to it. It's dope.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everyone. So this is our second episode of our podcast.
Yeah, I'm John,
I'm Fabriana.
and we're going to try again. We're going to see how it works out. But this time, Fabriana is telling the story. So
I know. So
I'm excited. I have no idea what it is.
he challenged me to be a narrator for this story. So bear with me, everyone. Are you ready, bro?
Oh, I'm ready, brah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So we're gonna tell you this horror, not horror.
Not horror?
Murder.
Well, murder is kind of horror, I guess.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
it is. But I would say it's a historical case, okay?
All right.
And the title of our episode today is Somerton Man.
Summerman?
Somerton. I don't know how to pronounce
Somerton
that.
Man.
Somerton
Okay.
Man. Yeah.
Okay.
So the Somerton Man, the pocket clue that haunted Australia. Okay. So last week we had an episode of a story from somewhere in Germany, and today we're gonna go to another continent
Okay.
and a country, which
Okay.
is Australia.
Ooh.
Alrighty.
I love Australia. Well, I've never been.
I've never
Everyone,
been.
I told people that I wanted to go, and then everyone went.
But
Fucking hell.
you haven't
Bullshit.
been there.
No, I
That's
still
okay,
haven't
bro.
gone. Yeah.
So when we go to Indonesia,
change.
it's very close to Australia.
Yeah,
So we
exactly.
should visit Australia someday.
Facts.
All right. Okay, so the story is I'm going to give you an intro first. So a man sits on a beach at night in Adelaide, Australia.
Okay.
Okay. And this man's dressed neatly like he came from somewhere important, not like he wandered in from nowhere.
Okay.
His shoes are polished. His posture looks almost calm. Can you picture him in your head?
Yeah, so he's like a businessman.
Yeah.
Right. Is he young? Is he old? What's his deal?
Well, I do not have a lot of details about him, but I can give you a fact, and maybe we can figure it out through this story.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. So the next morning, this man is dead.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So no wallet, no ID, no explanation.
All right.
So he's dead. We don't
Okay.
know, okay? And months later, investigators find a tiny scrap of paper hidden in his clothing.
Okay.
Okay, 2 words that turn the whole case into a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are 2 words, and the words are Tamam should. Hopefully I pronounced
should.
Tamam should. Tamam should. I don't think it's an English word, huh?
Oh, I
Maybe
don't
it's
think so. I have
Persian
no
or
idea.
something.
How do you spell it? What?
Tamamshud. Tamam should.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. So I was
I
like,
don't
are you
know
just
either.
mispronouncing that?
I
But
don't,
no, I don't think so. I think
It's just not an
those-
English
this
word.
is not
It's
English
probably
word.
like Persian or something.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Where did the cops find this?
Hold on, bro.
Okay,
You gotta be a little
okay,
bit more
okay.
patient.
Okay.
Okay, so months later, okay? So months later, investigators find that tiny scrap of paper with those 2 words. And apparently, the story of the Somerton Man, which is also called the Tamam Shoot case,
Tamam should case.
that's
okay.
one of Australia's most famous cold cases.
Okay, so we never figure out who it is. Damn.
Nope. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is a historical case anyway, and we're going to be careful in here. No wild accusations.
Okay. Okay. I don't know just what I'm supposed to take from that, but all right, sure.
No, I'm just nervous telling this story.
Well, you're killing it.
Okay. All right. So the discovery. Okay. December 1st, 1948. So on December 1st, 1948, a man is found dead in Somerton Beach,
Okay.
in the suburb of Somerton Park near Adelaide.
Okay.
And the first thing that confuses investigators is the contrast. What do you think the contrast is?
The contrast of what? Like, what do you mean by the
Like,
contrast?
I gave you some descriptions about the man, how he looked like, but then the next morning he is dead.
Right. So where was the description given of the guy? Like at the beginning, when you said he was really composed, he looked
Yep.
like he was basically like a businessman, well put
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Who described him as that? Like, where did that description come from?
Well, that's a good question.
Okay, or is that something that comes later?
We'll see.
Okay.
Probably it's just I need to do some more research, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, can you tell these are our first podcasts? Yep.
For sure.
For sure. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
But
let's hear
no,
it.
I cannot answer the details where those details come from, but that's the descriptions from the story that I read. Okay.
Okay, so those are witness descriptions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like some witness. We don't know who.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh, there's Wonder
There you
Boom
go.
turning
The
off.
Wonder Boom. Okay,
Okay.
well, yeah, we forgot to turn it off. All right, so the first thing that confuses investigators is the contrast. He doesn't look like someone who died in chaos.
Okay.
He looks arranged, he's dressed, clean, but
Wow.
he has no ID. His clothing tags are reportedly removed, something that later fits theories. Was he hiding who he was?
His clothing tags, like what would normally? I guess it was 1948 though, so they probably did.
Yeah.
They even have tags that said like "safe for the laundry machine," shit like that. I don't think they did. Did they?
I
Like,
know.
it's probably just like who made it, or like the tailor or whatever.
But maybe at that time the clothing tags meant something, about how
Okay. Yeah.
rich someone, or I don't know.
Fair
Okay?
enough.
All right, so exactly from minute one, we know that this case could split into two vibes. Maybe this guy chose to disappear, right? Or maybe someone made him disappear.
Right. Okay.
Because it's just polished, like no ID, nothing. So it's either someone actually killed him, or maybe he chose to disappear himself.
Right, but like, how was he dead? Like, what did he die of?
We don't know.
So he's just sitting there, like just lying there, composed, lying like straight on his back, like on his face. Like, was it like positioned in a way that looked like he did it himself, or what?
No, the story does not mention about that, but probably he looked like a normal guy who's sitting, or maybe some theorists think, or we can think that he died because of a sudden heart attack or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
there's no
details about how he was
that.
actually positioned or anything.
No.
But there was no obvious cause of death, is what you're saying.
No, there's
Okay.
no obvious cause of death. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So police do what they can, right, with the 1940 tools at that time. So they were trying to examine his clothing, his body, and they publicized descriptions, hoping someone will recognize him because he does not have any ID. They also locate a suitcase linked to the man, like items that maybe suggest travel, but still no clean identity.
Okay.
Okay. And when a person dies unidentified, it has something to the public imagination, don't you think? Like, you asked me several questions about how he died. I have no clue. But, you're going to imagine that something could happen to this person, and there are so many speculations.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't... Was there any indication about him being, depressed by any... I guess if no one really knows who he is...
Yeah, but...
He just can't... He wasn't recognized by anyone in town?
No.
He was just like a random...
Nope.
Maybe a passerby or something?
Nope.
Huh. Okay.
No one. No details about that. Okay? So that fear, being untraceable becomes the engines of this story.
Right.
Someone is died, no family, nobody could recognize him. We don't know.
Okay.
All right. But remember, that is that scrap with two words, tamam should.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right. So months after the death, the cops find the clue that changes everything.
Okay.
So a tiny scrap of the paper
Yeah.
hidden in the man's clothing, printed with the words tamam should. Okay. Apparently, these words are Persian.
They're Persian words. Okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
the Persian words, and it's translated into "it is finished" or "it is over."
It is finished or over. Okay, that's ominous. That's
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh, I mean, that could mean a billion things, but it could be someone, finished the job off. He was sending a message to someone,
Mm.
maybe like, "Oh, you're done because you owed me something," and or
Mm.
giving a signal to someone else. Or it could be
Mm-hmm.
the guy if he, maybe
Mm-hmm.
took a bunch of pills and killed himself because he, you know, couldn't live with something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he just
So,
wanted to say it's over. Who knows?
yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. So we don't know where those words actually come from, right?
Right.
And the script is actually traced to a specific source.
Oh,
A
okay.
copy of, hopefully I pronounce this correctly, a copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam.
Oh,
Again, it's Persian.
okay.
And apparently it is a famous poetry book.
Oh,
Okay, so now the case has symbolism, like a man with no name, a message that says finished, a poem book linked to the message.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so do you think it's somebody tried to kill him or?
Well, I mean, it sounds if there's that much symbolism,
Mm-hmm.
and there's, he's well positioned, he's well dressed, there's
Mm-hmm.
no tags. It doesn't really sound like someone did that to himself, but who knows? To me, it sounds like someone's trying to send a message,
Yeah.
and maybe signaling something for someone else. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
but
But apparently that's
not
the
enough
only.
details yet.
Yeah, that's the only clue, right? From
Yeah.
those months of investigations. And when the relevant book is located, that poetry book, the major summaries report it contained a handwritten code.
Mm-hmm.
So lines of letters and marks that don't look like a normal writing.
Mm-hmm.
And it reportedly included a local phone number, which
Mm-hmm.
pushes investigators toward the idea that the man had connections in Adelaide.
Okay.
Okay. But now pause for, like the time period, 1940s. So,
Mm-hmm.
could you recall
Pretty.
what happened,
No.
like in the world? So in
Well,
1940s.
I mean, in the 1940s, that's right after World War II,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So,
So that's early Cold War energy.
yeah.
Okay. So people are primed to believe secret agents exist.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the
Okay.
public story now becomes code of those words,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But no ID.
Mhm.
And mysterious
Secret
death.
agent of some sort. Okay.
Yeah, he might be
Right.
a spy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we don't know.
Well, what was his ethnicity? Like, where did he look like he came? Did he look like he was Persian or Australian, or was that sort of? I bet you records from from back then are just not available. At
Yeah,
that point,
yeah, it's not mentioned either.
Yeah.
But that's a really great question though, because
Yeah.
it could give us a lot of clues.
I mean, in
Alright.
today's day and age, if we had a case like this, it would probably be solved within like 5 minutes of posting something online.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. It's very easy to track people,
Yeah,
right?
true.
And like there is a machine that can trace your phone or something, right? So that
Yeah,
will be
of course.
easy. But no mobile phone. What?
No, they didn't have
Did that
mobile
exist
phones.
at the
No,
time?
no.
Okay.
No. Cell
But
phones
yeah.
came out when,
What year
in
was
our
that?
lifetime. I don't know.
I know.
I mean, I didn't
That's
have a
true.
cell phone until like, oh God, I'm old. I didn't have it until like university. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the story. So, code, no ID, mysterious death,
Mm-hmm.
maybe this guy is a spy. Okay,
Mhm.
but there's the key question: what if the code is an espionage, and what if it's something mundane like personal shorthand notes or a memory
be, yeah.
aid?
Yeah, we always want to think that it's something mysterious and
Yeah,
ominous or something, but it could have just been like a grocery note or something,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah,
But that's still something.
yeah.
Okay. So over the decades, the Somerton man becomes a magnet for theories. Okay, so some are careful, some are wild, but the reason it lasts is not just the weird clues. It lasts because the case apparently has structure, which I have to repeat again:
Okay,
a death with no identity,
right.
a symbolic phrase,
Yep.
translated into "It is over" or "It is finished,"
Uh-huh.
a famous poetry book connection,
Yeah.
a quote-like message,
Yeah.
and then decades of silence.
A dead case of silence.
Decades.
Oh, decades of silence. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the evidence is really small, then a lot of imaginations just fill the space of what happened.
So it became like
know?
a sort of a urban myth or something of what happened, I guess.
Yeah, but like for many years, people push for DNA testing, right? Now it's like 2021. Now it's 2026. But the story went back to 2021. So many people tried to push for the DNA testing. And finally, in May 2021, authorities exhumed the remains from Adelaide's West Terrace Cemetery to attempt modern DNA analysis.
Huh. Wow. I wonder why people actually push. I mean, was it just because of popular like stories that people wanted to see this? I wonder why like the cops would like open this back up,
Yeah, exactly, because it's been how many years? From 1948 to decades, like 2021.
Yeah.
But apparently this is a very well-known story there. So, and it was not resolved back then, right? So then, well, I don't know why. But the case was open again and people pushed for the DNA testing. And the police publicly described optimism about using current technology.
Okay.
Yeah, because the forensic science has changed massively, right, since 1940s.
Yeah, of course.
So then the story shift, like from the romantic mystery to the scientific problem.
So wait, why was it a romantic mystery? Was there? Did you just give something away?
No.
I'm like, wait a minute, romantic mystery. I mean, it doesn't sound very romantic to me.
Know. Maybe I should not. I should not label that as romantic mystery. Well,
is it the beach? I guess?
It's at the beach. Yeah, because of the beach, and just unresolved mystery. Okay, fair. But the DNA test made it as a scientific problem now. And then in 2022, there is a modern twist. So apparently in July 2022, a research team led by Professor Derek Abbott and genealogist Colin Fitzpatrick, they publicly claim that the Somerton man was Carl Charles Webb.
The what?
The guy?
Yeah.
The dead man?
Oh.
The dead man was finally identified as Carl Charles Webb. And this guy was born in Melbourne.
Okay.
I think that's the only detail that they reported. But it's been a really huge move, right? Like since 1948 and now 2022. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. And this answers your questions about like what's the race and ethnicity of this guy. Yeah. But from the name, it's probably a white guy.
A white guy. Yeah. A white guy. Yeah. Sounds like it.
Okay. Yeah. So at the same time, South Australia police said they were cautiously optimistic and indicated official work was still underway.
Okay.
With outcomes ultimately handled through formal processes.
Okay, so did they actually identify anything about the death then, or is it they just found out who it was and that's it?
Yeah, they just found out who he was, but they did not report what happened to the death,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know, like considering where the case was, this story has been in a better positions, I guess.
Right.
Just by
well, yeah. I mean, at least
identity.
they know who it is.
Yeah.
But is there any development beyond that, or is
nope.
It's kind of just like it's still an open case?
At
least they know who it is.
Yeah, it's still an open
case. And they have no clue how he just ended up dead. And why was this case in particular more famous than like other cases? I mean, is it just that? At the time it was such a mystery because no one could identify him, and then it became like this huge thing that just spread among the area and became, like I said, like something like an urban myth.
Well, it looks like it, because the identity is just one mystery, and we still don't know what happened.
Well, I just think of so many cases that are out there that are just like, way more not more interesting, but it's like, why would a case like this make it so big? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess there are a lot of factors in it, right? Like maybe
yeah.
recently there have been stories like that, and then people like, oh, you remember the story that happened like some decades ago,
Yeah.
you know? So
Yeah, fair.
then, well, we really don't know, but that
Yeah.
could be one of the
But I guess, like I
ideas.
said, though, the time period, you know, the a lot of stories back then would have been a lot more mysterious because they had a lot more access to information. The internet wasn't around.
Yeah.
You know, traveling and you
Yeah.
know, calling people and whatnot was not really as big of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I can see that.
But I think with the modern technology, though, they like forensic and anything like that could help detect the causes of the death, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not working in the medical
Yeah.
science field, but I'm just expecting we would see something like the causes of the death from their identification.
Well, I mean, at that point, though, it would be pretty tough to tell, though. He's been in the dirt for like, you know, like 70 years or whatever. Or,
I know.
You know, something. Yeah. So it's
I know.
yeah, it'd be hard. It would probably be mostly decomposed at that point, unless you know there was like a skull fracture or like you know something like that. But I doubt. And again, I'm not a you know a medical doctor or anything, but you know I don't think that there would still be traces of drugs and whatnot in someone's system. Like
I don't know.
Unless
I don't know for how long.
I don't know. I guess we should look into that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of noises, right, around the story.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes maybe the truth is not a conspiracy. Like maybe the truth of the story is someone who was so lonely, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe the person had a mental health issue or something like that, or there is a private crisis.
Right.
But yeah, we miss a lot of context, so we have a lot of missing puzzles in this story, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now,
okay.
right. So, if we come up with some theories about this story, what would be your theory?
I mean, there's not. I don't think there's not enough context. I mean,
I'm forcing you to create one.
Yes, yeah. Come up with a theory that no one's been able to come up with for the last 70 something years or whatever. I really have no clue. I would guess that you're probably right about something. Well, I don't know if it was a spy or anything like that, but you know, especially because that was sort of just everyone wanted it maybe to be a spy. I don't know, but it is a little bit odd that he had no identification, tags were cut off, that he was positioned carefully and meticulously, and it was all clean and composed. That doesn't really sound like someone, you know, offing themselves usually, right? Like usually they're not going to be that cautious about things.
Yeah.
So, you know, because people, once they've kind of given up on life, why would they care to do you know, things like that? So it sounds like someone killed him, but wanted to send a message. That's my best guess. I have no idea what message, but it is obviously something poetic. But,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But what did the code or the words have to do with, you know, Persians and the poetry book, right? Or maybe the person just, you know, has or like reading poems or write poems. I don't know. And that's when he finally decided to probably end his life. That's the message that he tried to leave.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, some theories come up though, like in the society. So some people say, well, it's just natural medical death, you know.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Then some the clues that they found are not really related in that sense.
Yeah.
And maybe the guy ended his life. So the tamam shud is a deliberate message that it's over.
Yeah, maybe.
It's sad.
I mean, that's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accident, maybe. You know, some people say, it's just an accident.
Well, that's the thing, right? We always want to piece together things. I think we're kind of conditioned to try to make sense of everything, but sometimes it's just an accident and there are coincidences and we have no idea why, and then we just like make up all these stories in our head. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Huh.
Yeah. So I think the case is probably still underway, through that
Well, yeah, it doesn't really sound
Not
like
really.
I mean, how many people are still around from that time period? Like, not too many. And if they are, they were probably kids at the time, right? So memory is not exactly reliable, I wouldn't imagine.
That's true.
But, who knows?
Okay.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you for that story.
Thank you.
That was good.
Some of the main message is, well, I do not find a lot of details about this story, but that's one of probably the story that also happens in real life a lot.
Yep.
So what I think about the Somerton man, the story is maybe a mystery is not created by a mastermind. It's just because we do not have enough context to, understand what really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty good summary, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Well, next week I'm just going to give it back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So you come up with a better story.
Okay, we're gonna come up with something crazy next week. I think I'm gonna try to find something that's like super messed up
creepy.
and like gruesome and fucked up.
Okay. Yeah. What?
Like really dark shit.
I know. What
That's
I'm
what
gonna
we're
do. Yeah, I'm trying to start with something that is a little bit soft.
Yeah.
But
I like that we're doing cases though that are not like you don't really hear about. Like everyone hears about like Ted Bundy and all the really famous ones. But
well,
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so
all right, well,
that's
thank you, everyone.
That's today's episode, everybody. Thank you so much.
We will see you next week. Thank y'all.